Good morning, everyone. It's Rita here, and today I am going to work on the cover of the garden journal. And I just wanted to mention too that the kits I'm using, I keep forgetting to tell you the name. It is Mabel's Garden and Lavender. Those are janeyBjournals from janeyBjournals, and then I also have some that I'm using from Artie Mays, and I think it's called Purple Melody. So I just wanted to reiterate that because I keep forgetting that I'm not telling people those things. Today is Friday the 19th. I missed yesterday. I had company with me, and we kind of worked on this a little bit together. She's my friend who does a lot of scrapbooking and that kind of thing. So let's get started, I guess. All right, so the other day I had mentioned that I used, I don't need all of these books. Whoop, now everything's falling on the floor. Hold on. Dumped a basket over. Set that to the side. That I was going to use these books as inspiration. You know how we go to Pinterest and we look up and see what, things we want to do. And I had all these books when I was doing card making. This one here is Somerset Studios, The Art of Paper and Mixed Media. And I was just flipping through this because I was getting rid of some things, some quilting books and things like that. And I saw this cover here, or I don't know that it's a cover, but it is going to be for me. And I thought it would be really neat to put on the top of the front of this garden journal. So that's what I'm going to show you. So you can see here there's some fabric and there's a pocket stitched on, and these are popsicle sticks that are stamped. I don't know if I'm going to use these because I think they're a little too small for the front of this cover, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's my plan. I'm going to try to use some of the elements that they've used. I don't have all of them, and I'm not going to use all of them anyway, but that's my plan. Okay, so what I did, the first thing I did, I'm going to move this out of the way. The first thing I did was I backed my the file folder. I cut it to size, and this one, the file folder has two creases here, but I wanted a bigger spine. So what I did was added another 1/4 inch on this edge, and so then after I added that extra little edging, then I measure my book this way to make sure that if my pages fit inside, and they do. It is 5 3/4 this way, and it is almost 9 tall. So then, so this side I haven't covered yet, but I will. And this side here, I stamped with my little rubber stamp here that has script on it, and I just ran, and this is coffee dyed muslin that I ironed it on with my heat and bond, and then I inked around the edges, and then I went and I stamped like this. And this is what I did yesterday, just to, it was like one of those thinking days, kind of. So anyway, I think that turned out pretty good. Now on this side, I'm going to put this fabric here, and I'm going to iron this on and stitch around it. And then what I'm planning to do is do these kind of things, and then I'll come back to the video. But in the meantime, I may have to also stitch on a couple of other elements. So on this one, these are just little things I pulled out ahead of time. Okay, so what I did here is I had a piece of canvas, and I took my ink pad. These are Memento. This one's lilac. I used the purple one, grape, I think it was. I don't know where it is now. But anyway, I had the grape one, and I just took this, I spritzed water in a paper plate, and then I put this on there and spritzed water on that. And then I just dipped it into that. And I also did a lot of coffee dye in the background of that particular piece of fabric. So you could use any kind of fabric. This just happens to be a canvas. And I thought I'm just going to leave it wrinkly like this because I kind of like the look of that. Okay, so that will be sewed on as well. Then I needed to put a pocket on here. Like the picture has this pocket. And I was stitching that on, and I used Edith Holden book for that. Now I made two different pockets. I have this pocket, it's a little wider, and it's the top of the flower, and then I have this pocket that's a little skinnier, but I am going to do I'm going to ink over this lightly. I don't know how much ink is left on my little brush. Let's see, where's my ink pad? So I'm excited to get this going. I really like the way that it's coming out. So it gets exciting when you start working on something and it starts to come together. So I don't know how long this video is going to take, but that's why I thought I'd just show you what I did, then go to the sewing machine and sew everything, and then I'll come back. And I'm filming on my old phone, so I hope that the video is going to be okay. I have so many interruptions on my other phone that I have to stop and start, and it just gets, you know, annoying. I'm sure my phone will probably ring. Hopefully not. It's just all those calls, but I can't turn those off until I know that my mom and I can get our vaccination, our next appointment for the vaccination. So this is just a little one of those die cuts that I did, and if I put this little pouch on there, or pocket, then I can fit this little guy in here. And I like this flower kind of up here in this background part, just to give it a little character there. And then I have this little popsicle stick that's bigger, and I thought I could just maybe glue it to the back of this pocket to hold it in place, because I actually broke it off. I don't know why I did that. But I have these skinnier ones, but it just doesn't seem to have the same effect. I don't know. Maybe it is okay. But I feel like, you know, they might flop over. I'm not sure how to do those. So if I decide to put Right Garden on those, I will use these little stamps here. Let me see. G-A R-D-E-N. And I was going to put Flower Garden, but I don't have an O, so I'd have to go find another O. I lost my O somewhere. Okay, so let me just do this real quick. In fact, I'm going to use, I think, black, and see if it shows up a little better on that staining. I want to have this button that's going to go up here. See, in this design here, there's a button up here, and then you stitch from the button down. So that's kind of what I want to do. So, okay, here's a G. And A. Hope my head's not in the way. A. G-A-R. I'll probably spell it wrong. Okay, D. Where's my D? Did I pull that out? G-A-R-D. So in order to read the word, you know, if I just leave it dangling in there, it could go all the way down. And I don't know if I want that. So I may just glue it. In fact, I may redo it on the bigger stick, but not break it off. Anyway, let's see. I could do that. I don't want you to have to watch me do it, but I'm gonna try this big stick. Oh my gosh, dude, nothing. I'm so cold today. So if I put the big stick in there, see, I don't think it'll go all the way down. Then the garden will show. And then I'm gonna put these little charm over the top of that. I think that will look better. Okay, so it's either this one, and then I thought, okay, I can put some of this flower on the side here to kind of hide that, because it didn't punch out right. Do that, or do this one. So where's my little garden post sign? I just had it. There it is, as an example here. And then this will come over this way. So I don't know which one looks better. Now I'm really not sure. Actually, I kind of like this one now. Actually, I think I kind of like this. I don't know. Now I do. Okay, so let me stop the video and I'll go and sew around this and get it ready to add and glue on. This has to be glued on first because this has to be sewed on after that. This has to be stitched. Okay, so let me stop the video and I'll be back in just a few. Okay, I'm back. I've sewed around all the edges here, and I also put this inside, so that will be our inside cover. I didn't sew in pockets on this one. I think I'm just going to put pockets in. In fact, I thought maybe I could just use something like this and make that a pocket in this back page. So normally I sew across it and sew a pocket in, but I didn't do it on this one. All right, so get that to sit down, or maybe I'll just put a clip on it. I wanted to do this cover because I want to put my signatures in. When I'm doing 3 signatures, it's really kind of difficult to get it lined up in here. And the less things I have in those signatures, the better. So that's what I thought. I'd get that done, get the signatures put in, then start adding the embellishments to the book, to the journal. Okay, so I'm thinking here, I definitely want to hang this over to the edge of that. So what I need to do is figure out if I can just kind of glue that up in there. I mean, I might lose part of that word, but if I glued it up to the top of this pocket, then this will sit down below it. And I also could put another journal card, maybe something a little smaller, behind it. Also, another, not a journal card, but another tag. See, so I could put another tag. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some our favorite thing, fabric tack. And even though you can't see the whole word garden, I think it'll be fine. I mean, obviously we can figure that out. Just don't want it to fall out since I cut it too short. I mean, I could make another one. Now maybe, all right, let me make another one. It won't take very long, really. And then we'll have it. So this is how I did it. I just inked it up with my vintage photo, stained it with that. I think I'll write the lettering in black though. I think the black shows up a little better. Okay. All right, so did I leave all my letters out somewhere? Yes, I did. All right, so I need G. Okay. G. A. R. I think I got these letters at Hobby Lobby. They have several different fonts. It's just called Studio G, and I like them. I wanted to get the clip together ones. They sell them on Amazon, but they're always sold out. I can never ever get them. So they're kind of expensive, but you can clip the whole word together. There's like little things, and that way you can get a straight, you know, straight if you need it straight. So that's kind of like brighter now than before. Need to cover this up and get rid of it, or I'll put my book in there. Okay, so let's do this, and then I can just leave it. I don't have to glue it, right? And then this little guy is going to go over that. Little charms. And then I'm going to put this in the background. I'm just going to glue it in here. I just think, I guess if you take the tags out, you have something, or is it even necessary? I don't know. I need to put some of these back in here because I don't have any stability. It's going to be chunky. Okay, that just sits on there. So I'm not going to glue it on. I'm just going to leave it sit like that. This little guy's going to go in there. The button's going to go here. Okay. I'm looking to see if there's something else that I could maybe put over here. Or do I need that? Maybe I don't need that. Let me look and see if there's a tag that would look good up there. I can sew around it. That's a double tab. That kind of looks pretty there. I don't think I need this. I really don't. I think I'll save it and use it somewhere else. I'll ink this up because I like this as Mabel. This is the garden. Okay, so I'll ink that and sew behind it to make, and then I'll put a topper on it. Kind of like that little bird sticking out. out too. Okay, so that's that. And this, I'm going to, let's see if I can't. This button was more of a new button. I was just gonna make this look like a fake button. Let's see, is that the right? I'm gonna ink that up a little more. Okay, so I think I'll just leave that hanging out somewhat. Little tag there. Hope that's not going to be too thick. I feel like I'm not going to be able to get that to sit down. So I'm just going to go this way with it. Make it look part of a tied part. All right, let me use fabric tack. Get that a good glue. Hold that for a second. I had these little yo-yos too, but they weren't the right color. They're, I don't know, they don't look as vintage. Okay. All right, so I like that, but I still feel like I need something down here. I might be overdoing it, you know. Looks kind of pretty in there. And then here I've got to put my sari silk in. So I kind of like that green on there. It just sets it off. I had something else I was thinking of putting on the side there, but I think this lace is a little too white. I like it there. I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of what I think I like. Oh, I know. I've got to put the, oh shoot. I hope I left enough room because I was going to put corners on. Hold on. Still not in its place yet. I hope that's going to fit. Barely. Barely. If I had to put that button down just a tad. You know what, I think I'm going to lift it up. You know, put it on after I get this on. Okay. So there's one for that. One. Whoop. Darn. 2, 3. The one's on the floor. Okay. Yeah, so this may make me change my mind. How do I want it to look? All right. So let me get my little plier, guys. I don't think it's going to be very warm today. It's not bending down. I have a lot of strength to bend this, as some of them are kind of tough to bend. Okay. Glue's coming out. I put the lid on it. Okay, lid, where are you? There you go. Sometimes it just wants to ooze out like crazy. Don't understand. Yeah, it's just oozing. Yeah, I think these corners, I never used them before, but I think it's well worth it now. I don't know, they just add that extra something to the journals. And also more sturdiness too, with the corners, you know, so they don't wear out as quickly. If they do wear out, I don't know, because I've never had corners wear out on any journal that I have, but I don't have a whole bunch, so. Most of them I make and give away or sell them. Okay. I was this morning trying to make a sign for my shop for the, I'm not going to do a bunch of antique thingies anymore or trash to treasures, but I'm still going to do my custom book orders. And so I was making a sign telling, you know, about my books and custom ordering. With my Cricut vinyl on it, I was going to do it on this glass door that I have that I was just going to hang on the wall. And it was so tedious. I finally gave up. It was killing my back. I said, okay, well, I'm going to give up for a while. Go back to it. Okay, so that's that. All right, now I'll just put this on here. I gotta make sure, let me see where my punch has got to go. This will be 4.5, 4.5, about right there. Measure this side. 4.5, about right there. This says grass on. This part right here. I don't know. Does that look, I don't know if it takes away from it or, I feel like it might be too tall, but this part, is barely in there. It isn't even stuck. I think I like it better without that. Let me just check to see if I had anything else. What other little box do I have stuff in? I don't. I had one out here the other day though. I don't know what it is. I was trying it. Oh, it's in this box. This one, but yeah, that's not good. This is better. I could stick a little envelope in there. Yeah. All right. I might be getting too much. I'm just gonna stick this on. I'm just wondering if this is just too big. I feel like I'm blocking off my flowers with it. All right. I'm thinking, I don't know, I feel like it's too big. I'm just going to shorten it up. If it's too short, then, oh well. Yeah, I think it's better that way. A little bit higher so that some of this wording will show. Okay, and I still have to put lace on all the, oh, and we gotta put this back. I still have to put lace on all the, a few pages on the inside. It's a lot more to do, really. Scoop off. Like I'm having dry eye today. My eye is kind of irritating me. Okay, so I like that. Now I'll put that other card behind there, and I think that'll be good. This purple and that purple kind of go. So this was the card I want to put paper on the back of. I'll put that on the back. So well, I guess I don't need to do that right at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and punch my grommets in here, eyelets for the ribbon. This stuff gets stuck in that. Okay, so let me get that hole. And my desk is a mess again today because I was working yesterday and put a bunch away, but still there's always that little bit that doesn't get put up. Don't worry about this all just kind of moving around on me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I need to touch it with a piece of little glue right here just to keep it stable. Let me see if I can just put this little bit. Can't get under there. Okay, am I looking silly here trying to get under there? Just see if that'll hold it just somewhat. And I can still move things behind it. Okay. Where am I? Got some new ones. They look bigger for some reason. Feel bigger too. They must have changed the size on me. I get them at Hobby Lobby in the sewing department. They're not always the best, but sometimes they bend funny. That's a good one though. They're nice, actually. Pretty good size. Okay. That's done. Yeah, that's going to hold that little thing up a little bit. That way this won't be so weird. Okay. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to sew these in and then we'll start going through each page and adding the embellishments that I've already made, and if we have to do some other stuff, I know I need to make some make several tags backing so we can stuff them in pockets, put some pockets in. These are some journal cards that I did. Yeah, that's the back to that. So I have some journal cards to do and good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go right now, and I may come back and work on this again and add it to the video, or maybe I'll just do a whole new video. All right, thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye.